There we go. All right. Welcome, you guys, as you're pouring into the Zoom room. Zoom is just for our team today. And then I'm going to actually fire up Periscope. I have quite the contraption going on here. If the room gets full, I think we'll be okay. We have about 30 people in the room right now. If we get beyond 100, just tell your team to hop onto Periscope, and they'll see the same thing. So let's get this show on the road. doTERRA, Canada, launch, Q&A. And let's hashtag save, just in case. All right. Hello, beautiful Canadians and those growing Canadian teams. Let me get myself down here. Okay, I think we got that going. We've got Periscope on. We've got recording on. We've got Zoom. Hello. All right. Hi, you guys. We've got 1 minute before we'll get started. Get cozy, grab some water, put some peppermint on. Hi, Periscope. Welcome, you guys. Doing a little bit of a different topic this week. I know every Wednesday I do Q&A on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. And today we're doing a focused topic. So if this doesn't interest you, please come back next week and we'll be doing more open forum Q&A. We've got Sylvie on Periscope, Orange County's in the house. So I'll just quickly introduce myself and then we'll dive in. For those on Periscope, oh, welcome. We've got some new people live. Awesome. My name is Ange Peters. I'm the founder of WholeFit. I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA Essential Oils. I'm a holistic health coach, business coach. And today's topic is entirely about a very exciting weekend that many of us had together in Toronto celebrating the Canadian launch. And so if you are here today on Periscope specifically, then please hang out with us for the next half hour. I'm going to be reviewing with you all the updates that came through. And I will be recording this, so I will post this up to my YouTube channel after, or you can catch the recording on Periscope. I have my global team on Zoom right now, and today, this is really a review for them, and I thought I'd stream it on Periscope because I know we have a lot of people who join every week on Scope to talk about their business and health, and I know we have a lot of people from other teams who may have Canadians on their team, and they perhaps want to learn what is up. So I'm going to actually, I've got quite the setup going on right now. I'm going to turn my camera so those of you on Periscope can watch what I'm going through with my team. Say hi, team. Hi, we've got lots going on. I'm going to screen share today, and I know maybe this isn't like the best angle ever, but I can see Periscope questions as we go, and I've got my team live on Zoom. So for those of you on Zoom or Periscope, if you have questions as we go, let's save them till the end. You can post to the chat if you'd like, and you'll likely get an answer. We have lots of people I can see on the Scope right now who were at the launch. Yeah, Joy, I'm gonna speak to that in just a moment. So yeah, this is fun, right? We've got Periscope here, we've got you here, I'm here, we're ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. For those of you in Zoom, feel free to use the chat as we go. All right, let's see if this works. Wi-Fi, don't go out on me here. Okay. Who can I see in the group here? Just want to make sure. Sue Hetherington, can you see my screen? Thumbs up? Yeah, we're good? Okay. Periscope, we're going to do our best here so you guys can see the screen as we go. Okay, so I'm going to actually just, leave this open here. Oh, I don't even know how I just did that. Fancy blue lines. Okay, you guys. So this past weekend in Toronto, we celebrated the Canadian launch for doTERRA essential oils. And I know most of you on Periscope likely know what doTERRA is. doTERRA is a natural health company. Primary product are the very best essential oils in the world. And what's really exciting about this right now is up until Saturday, we've been sharing in Canada in more of an underground way. We've had to share in more of a silenced way what essential oils can do. And what is really cool is Health Canada recognizes essential oils in many magical ways that many parts of the world have not yet come to the stage to recognize them as. So we not only opened for business in Canada over the weekend, but we actually have a whole new set of guidelines for sharing essential oils that I'm excited to share with you today. So what I wanted to do was just kind of first open up the call by recognizing all of these beautiful people who showed up this weekend to ring in this launch. What's really cool is what we've been able to do with so many limitations on us in Canada. And a lot of our business in Canada has grown over the last few years just because of, this underground sharing, having essential oil classes and meeting people and really helping them, live this natural lifestyle when the access hasn't been the easiest. We've been paying in US dollars this whole time and we haven't been able to, thanks Robin, we haven't been able to, share in the easiest way. And everything has opened for us now. We're really excited to continue to spread the word of what essential oils can do and to really give people options. So I'm really proud of my team and what they've been able to do. And they have focused on what they can share and have built incredible businesses. We have almost 15,000 families on our team who have gone the natural route in the last 2 years, which is really exciting and is only going to absolutely explode by, at this point moving forward. So we had this weekend, we had David Sterling. A lot of the executives, the founders of doTERRA were there this weekend. And what was really cool is this was actually the largest launch in history for a market. So there were over 4,000 people that were there this weekend in Toronto. It is absolutely, super exciting to see that. And, David Sterling shared some of the milestones the company has seen. doTERRA is either the only or one of the only network marketing companies that has passed $1 billion in revenue, especially in such a short amount of time. They are completely debt-free. They now, every month, have close to 100,000 people that join all over the globe. And it's actually, it's really cool to see. And as somebody who is in the health field, this is what drew me to align myself with doTERRA and to start integrating the oils first into my life and into my clients, into my coaching practices, and then to really take this message out on a larger scale. Because I believe so much in what these oils do for people. And this is what has really united our growth as a team. Is this mission of giving people options. doTERRA, real quick, when it comes to the actual industry, is a top 20 company. They were recently featured in Forbes. They are a top 5 company in the US, and doTERRA today is the world's largest essential oil company in only 8 years. There are hundreds of essential oil companies that are coming and going, left and right every day. They're coming and going because they couldn't possibly do what doTERRA is doing in this space. They don't have the access, they don't have the connection and the systems that doTERRA has built through their co-impact sourcing model, their quality standards, and as more than 3 million people know, doTERRA is the best quality oil you can purchase. So it is a really exciting time for Canada to be opening and to have so much growth coming ahead. And I'm excited to share some of the updates with you. When you look across Canada right now, I have up on this slide just a quick map of where the most wellness advocates are when you look across Canada. So obviously Ontario is killing it, right? There are close to 15,000, there are close to 30,000 wellness advocates in Ontario. We have 17 diamond leaders, and that would be the province that has the heaviest presence when it comes to doTERRA, and yet, honestly, so much more to go. When you look across other populations, we have a whole whopping 33 wellness advocates in the Yukon. Who lives in the Yukon on our team? Seriously, you need to get out to the Yukon. You can see that there's a lot of opportunities. British Columbia is actually the most, has really the most opportunity when it comes to sharing compared to the population that lives there. So that was really cool to see. There, from a business standpoint, I don't know how many of you, obviously my global business team is on Zoom right now. I know they're all building their businesses, but I don't know how many of you on Periscope are actually considering doTERRA as a business opportunity, because it is really quite an awesome time to be doing this as a business when there's less than, there's just about 300 people that are at a silver rank in doTERRA. Silver rank's kind of that first leadership rank, so there's so much more growth that's going to be happening. I presented on the Saturday. I gave a quick talk on, the power of sharing, and I wanted to just share with you some numbers that I had pulled, which are really exciting. When you look at the population in Canada, we have currently about 36 million people that live in Canada, and we only have a little over 53,000 wellness advocates out of all 36 million, which means 0.14% use doTERRA in Canada. So as somebody looking at this, as a business opportunity, if that's you, you're right where you need to be, because you are working with a product people need and love, a product that sells itself, and a product and a company that have the highest retention rate in the entire network marketing industry, which means if only 0.14% of Canadians are using doTERRA, then, oh yes, the US flag is backwards, isn't it? That's funny. If only 0.14% of people, oh, my mom's calling. Hope that didn't throw anything off there. Hold on. There we go. Then there's a lot of work to do. In the US right now, there are a little over 1 million wellness advocates compared to 318 million in the population. So 0.33% use doTERRA in the US. Still, incredible, right? Hey, Keely. Yeah, incredible work to be done in spreading the word. So when I hear from people doing this business that they think they've run out of contacts, I want you to take a screenshot of this right now. I know this is backwards for Periscope a little bit right now, but honestly, so much opportunity, right? So Canadians, if in the next 1 to 2 years, we get up to the US numbers of 0.33%, okay? So not even 1% of the US. If we were to get up to that, that means over 65,000 people are going to join doTERRA in the next 1 to 2 years. So I think the question is, if you are doing this as a business, is it going to be with you? Cool. Glad to know it's not backwards for Periscope. Awesome. Okay. So I want to go through some slides with you. There were some great information shared with Canadians, and really we did a 180 in Canada over the course of the weekend. We, up until the weekend, have been very silenced. We've not been able to talk about the business opportunity. We have not been able to talk truly about what essential oils can do. And now we have more we can say in Canada than anywhere else in the world. So I think this was an incredible lesson in the power of being patient and in being professional and in being positive, because there's always something good coming around the corner, right? So one of the first resources you'll want to go to access all the new Canadian tools is just to hop on to doTERRAtools.com, and you're going to click on the Canadian section, and it'll bring up what you see on your screen right here. Because here you're going to find, this will be updated, you guys, as well, so you'll want to bookmark this. But you're going to find the approved claims list for Canada. You're going to find the Canadian enrollment kit flyers, the new Canadian class in a box, all these things. And again, this will keep growing, but for now, you'll find what you need there. The Canadian product guide. So I want to go through some of these with you right now, and I'll pull them up. The first thing I want to show you is the Canadian product guide that was launched. Now, some cool features with this. It is bilingual. So the front side if you flip it upside down and you look at the back, it's going to be in French. And then English on the front. And the products that you'll find in the product guide right now are only those that are on the ground or OTG in Canada. So this means that, you know, a lot of the products that aren't yet available in the Canadian warehouse will not be in this product catalog, but this at least makes it really clear what is. So there are some typos. They did a real quick run of the product catalog to give to people at the convention. So there are some errors. They know all about them. They're scrubbing it right now, and they're gonna get the new product catalogs online and being sent out with enrollment kits once that goes live on June 15th. There are products that are going to be available in the Canadian warehouse likely around June 15th. Really excited to see that the doTERRA Touch Kit is going to be available. We mamas obviously love this kit. It just makes it so easy to use our oils, so I'm really excited about that. I've heard that it's actually already up in the Canadian back office, so you might want to take a peek. Also coming is CorrectX for Raj Skincare, which we all love, right? It's like the best ever plant-based natural skincare line to help you glow, have beautiful skin. So that's going to be in the Canadian warehouse. And then TerraShield. So a few of these have already started popping up. It's likely that the majority of them will be up by June 15th. Ordering through the Canadian warehouse is awesome for a couple of reasons for us right now. We obviously get to pay in Canadian dollars now, but the shipping is probably the best part of this, right? We're seeing 1 to 2 days on average shipping, and it's much lower than what we were used to. I think it's around $6 to ship. So definitely, you know, it's really cool to be ordering in this way. So the difference, if you're wondering whether or not you want to be a Canadian who's ordering from the US versus the Canadian warehouse, really it might come down to what the dollar exchange is and, you know, product availability. So I'll talk about one of the products that isn't quite available yet in a promo that doTERRA is offering you. But, you know, the majority of the products that we use and love, like the On Guard line, a lot of the key essential oils, and now Virage and the touch rollers, a lot of those products will be available now through the Canadian warehouse. So that's, you know, obviously we're going to likely do that route unless our dollar comes up and is getting close to what the US one is. Then it might be a question of, do you want to pay the HST on your orders? And if you're cool with it, order it through the Canadian warehouse or order from the US. So we have options. And here's a really cool thing for Canadians. You could actually order from both. So if you wanted to, you could order from the US warehouse and from the Canadian warehouse, and you could take advantage of the promos being offered in both countries. So some people are doing that. That is absolutely A-okay to do. Now, Canadian enrollment kits were announced as well. So we can see here that we are kicking off with 4 Canadian enrollment kits. These are going to be available likely June 15th. And previous to now, what we were doing was we were enrolling in the US and paying in US dollars. But our Canadian prices were actually, even though they were still in US dollars, they were 6% higher than what the US market was paying. And that was simply to account for duties and customs. So we never paid duties or customs fees, but they were higher. So this new Canadian enrollment kit flyer is actually a lot lower than what we were paying before. Okay, so even though if you look at a kit like, for example, the Home Essentials kit is now $330 Canadian. In the past, for the majority of this last year and a half, the Home Essentials kit was actually costing Canadians $380 because it was priced in US dollars and it was 6% higher. And a lot of people were enrolling with the Home Essentials. It's really my favorite kit. It's the one I started with. It's the one I love to help people start with. So this is actually a decrease from what we were paying before. A couple of them have changed names. So the Essential Aromatics kit, this is the aromatherapy line that doTERRA has. It's beautiful. This is an enrollment kit that Canadians can get. Then the Family Physician kit has changed names for Canadians. Okay, so this is the Family Physician kit, but it's called the Essential Collection kit in Canada. And instead of the peppermint and On Guard beadlets, it comes with a bottle of the metabolic blend known as Smart and Sassy in Canada. Sassy. So the Essential Collection kit is $185 Canadian. Okay, moving down, and then every oil kit is the same, right? You can see The price for that one is $19.75 Canadian. And you can see the PV that's attached to each one. One thing I wanted you guys to note, you do have the option now, as of June 15th, I believe, of enrolling with just a membership through the Canadian back office, and that's going to be $42 Canadian. So if you have somebody who wants to kind of customize their starter kit, they can enroll that way and just add whatever items they want to their cart right away at the 25% off price. Okay. Let me just move this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, this is the really exciting part. Okay. Brace yourselves. I don't know if this is even new news to anybody because it seems to have just like exploded on the internet. Everyone knows now that Canadians have a different set of guidelines to share the oils through. And it's really cool to see what Health Canada has recognized. And I want to just mention, for those of you that are in the US, this is a really awesome time for our company that Canadians can now share the oils in ways that other markets can't. And so I really see this as a way for the education to be furthered. Canadians can speak a little more to what oils can do than other places in the world. So you may see things online now where Canadians are sharing certain ways that oils are being used, and it may look like something we're not allowed to do, but it's actually because Health Canada, which is similar to the FDA in the US, recognizes essential oils with medicinal properties, and I'll show you what that means. So we currently have 94 products shipping out of the Canadian warehouse. 20 essential oils are currently, as of today, being recognized by Health Canada as a natural health product. So a natural health product is basically a non-prescription product that is usually sold over the counter. It's a licensed product that has been assessed by Health Canada and found to be safe, effective, and of high quality. And it's a product that comes with approved health claims. So I want to give you an example. Here I've got the doTERRA Canada approved claims list. You can find this on doTERRAtools.com, okay? Print your own copy. And then I just want to show you how so awesome this is, okay? So I've gone through and I've done my little like hearts all over it. I know, right? It's so exciting. So what you'll notice when you look through the Canada approved claims guide, you're going to notice that there are certain oils now that come with a natural health product reference, okay? So I'm just showing Periscope right now real quick. Here, for example, bergamot. You can see all of the claims now that Health Canada has approved for bergamot. And you can see also here an NPM number, a natural health product number that attaches with that. So I'm going to turn around and show Zoom real quick. So Zoom, here's an example. If you look at bergamot, you can see all of the ways that people can use bergamot for medicinal uses. You'll see it has an asterisk with an NPN number attached. Okay, so what I did this morning was I hopped onto Health Canada's website, okay, and I typed in the NPN number for myrrh. Okay, myrrh essential oil is one of the oils, one of the 20 that comes now with health claims. Okay, so when I opened it up, I can see here, sure enough, here it is in the database. When I look at myrrh, for example, is used to relieve colds and coughs. It's used in aromatherapy to relieve minor skin irritation. It's used to relieve cuts, bruises, and burns. It's used for symptomatic relief of eczema and dermatitis. What? We can say a lot about myrrh, okay? So what's really cool is when I go and I look up myrrh, I can see, all the information linked there through Health Canada's database. So this is really neat. Go ahead, and what I'd recommend you do is with your usage guide, Essential Nurse asked the question, is it only for doTERRA oils or all essential oils? This is only for doTERRA. There will be other companies who may be in the process of trying to get their oils approved. But as you can see here, this specific NPN number is only attached to doTERRA's myrrh. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, pretty much. We can, this is like our holy grail book right now. What I would recommend you guys do is go and print your own copy of this and start going through it and highlight what you are excited to share, because there's a lot you can say now. Now, one of the things you'll notice, let's just say that you have a favorite essential oil you've been using for the last 5 years to help relieve tension or headaches. It may not yet be recognized by Health Canada as an oil for that, okay? So, for example, coming back to bergamot is a really interesting one when I look at what Health Canada's approved it for. Bergamot, for example, is used to relieve headaches, is used to relieve colds and coughs, digestive discomfort, eczema, acne, boils, dermatitis, minor skin irritations, cuts, bruises, burns. And then you could also use it to turn regular tea into Earl Grey. I love that one. Super cool. So bergamot is one of the oils that you could actually, start talking about as a relief for headaches. When, let's just say, peppermint was one of those ones you were using before. I'm not saying peppermint is a good relief for headaches, okay? I'm not saying that. But let's just say you have found it to be that, okay? Health Canada hasn't yet acknowledged that. So you have to stick within the guidelines of this claims guide, but there is so much you can say. So here are some examples, okay? What you're going to see in this guide, you're going to see a lot of verbiage that we haven't been able to say prior to this, okay? Like using it for relief of acne, eczema, dermatitis, cuts, burns, irritations, bruises, joint and muscle pain, okay? Associated with arthritis. There's a lot of things in here that still might feel like, wow, we can say that. Here is what I really want to recommend. It has served us well over the last 2 years to present the oils as a way of moving people from good to great. We love to operate in the wellness space. It's where we do best. We know oils are powerful. We know that people have incredible experiences with them. But I would really like to encourage you to continue to build your business in a way that's responsible. As a holistic nutritionist, we know when we go through school, we know we are not in the business of making recommendations for treatment or replacements of things. We can offer suggestions on how food, whole foods, and different supplements may support the body in doing its healing. But you want to be mindful and careful that you're not presenting yourself in such a way that you are diagnosing things. Or recommending that people are using oils to replace medications. Let's stick to what we do best. There's a lot of what you can say now. You don't need to be, fibbing over your words as you're trying to explain what oils can do, because it is recognized by Health Canada as, having very powerful, ways to support the body and to help with healing in many cases. But I would encourage you to keep operating out of the framework that you have been, because it's been working well for you. Now, there's going to be some recordings that we made of some of the presentations over this last weekend. There were a couple that were phenomenal. Nicole Stevens, who's one of the head researchers at doTERRA, she's been a research student and graduate for years, and she does a lot of work with essential oils. And I took a picture of this slide. We'll share her recording in our business group over the next few weeks. But I love this slide because she, she's really the one doing a ton of research, hundreds and hundreds of studies with essential oils. And I liked this, pointer she made around the oils. Essential oils are physiologically active. A little goes a long way. Oils have overlap in benefit and activity, but remain individual chemical profiles, meaning they're able to navigate and lend support to the body without disruption. And one of the biggest things here is they're only beginning to understand the potential. And one of the questions I posed to her, and I know a lot of you, you'll see this fear-based kind of stuff happening around essential oils online when you first get started. And one of the ones that's common is internal use of oils, right? How many of you have questioned that yourself before or have gotten those questions from people? When I first started, there was a lot about essential oils that I, was learning and trying in my own body before I was even talking about them with people. And I personally saw great benefit to using oils internally, but with caution, safely, not putting 10 drops of peppermint in my water, for example, but 1 drop. And I saw incredible benefit through doing that. And, as I started talking about internal use with people, this was coming up a lot for people where it was like, well, I don't know if it's safe. Where's the research? The thing with research is that the majority of the things that you see out there, research that's been done in general, has always been done by companies, in the pharmaceutical industry, for example. That's the only reason that drugs are ever passed through, is because pharmaceutical companies are paying for that research to be done. Oftentimes, it only needs to be researched a couple of trials before it gets passed by the FDA. In the natural health communities, there's very little research happening unless a company like doTERRA is doing it. Nobody else is going to pay for that research to be done. So doTERRA is a science company. They are the ones dumping millions of dollars into research to be able to further the understanding of topics like internal use of oils. When you see things online, mommy bloggers talking about why the 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't take an oil internally, if you want to go down that rabbit trail, by all means. But what you will find is it leads to nowhere. It leads to something that was not researched and misunderstood. And often it leads to somebody who unfortunately did not use common sense when they were using their oil. So I went up to Nicole Stevens on Saturday morning when we were there, and I said, hey, of everything you have learned about essential oils, all the studies you've done, as a mom, and somebody who obviously practices safe use of oil in your home, along with the science that you're seeing, do you have concern around internal use? And she said, 100% absolutely not. In everything we have learned about the body works so well with oils. You just need to use common sense, one drop at a time, but it is not harmful to the body. And she just said, we see it time and time again in research. It's if anything, essential oils know how to navigate. They know how to communicate with the body. They support the body in doing its thing. So I just wanted to share that quick sidebar with you. I should have actually, I don't know if these are going in a good order or not, but one of the other announcements that was shared was around the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Now, I know this is a foundational wellness product for many of you. Live Well with Jess on Periscope. You can find a lot of studies on aromaticscience.com. That's going to be a library where you can find access to a lot of the research. So the Lifelong Vitality supplement system is huge in doTERRA. It's actually, I don't know if you guys knew this, it's the #1 product doTERRA sells. Even though they're an essential oil company, LLV for short, is one of the main reasons people start feeling really incredible when they begin this natural lifestyle. And the thing is, good nutrition is our foundation, right? We know it's the pillar of good health, but truthfully, you really would need to be growing your own food in high-grade soil conditions to have something close to what your body's needing. So yeah, it's life-changing, right? So here's the thing, doTERRA knows this. LLV is not fully yet gone through the approval process with Health Canada. It's like 2/3 there. It's likely going to take a couple more months. So what they've done for Canadians, you might choose to start ordering your oils from the Canadian warehouse, but if you'd like to order your LLV from the US for the next couple of months, so this starts in July. So from July, August, and September, if you want to order your LLV from the US, they're going to send you a free bottle of oil with the equivalent value of $30. Okay, so that's something they're doing, which is, again, doTERRA has been so generous with Canadians. We also know that this month is the last month they're offering the opportunity to lock in the LRP monthly order at the 30% earnings rate. So there's a lot being offered to Canadians right now. It's really exciting. So this is one of those examples. So I wanted to let you know too, this is kind of cool. I worked out the math. If you were to take advantage of doing this, ordering the Lifelong Vitality from the US for the next couple of months, you're not only going to get a free oil from doTERRA worth about $30, but you're obviously, if you're going to be ordering the supplements every month, which, if you want to feel great, you likely are, you're going to lock in the 30% LRP, which means you'll earn about 35 points in free product every month as well. So for the next 3 months, I'd encourage you, give it a try. Give it a try for even 1 month, and you'll notice incredible changes in your body. And you'll be earning, even in that 1 month, you're going to be earning not only a free oil worth about $30, but you're going to get $35 worth of free oils back through your monthly order system. And I'm not going to talk too much about that today. I'm going to post a lot of info this month into our Whole Fit Essential Oils group so you can learn more about the monthly order, because if you're listening right now and you've got your starter kit anytime, even if you enroll this month of June, you're going to want to set that up because it doesn't cost anything to set up the monthly order, and it doesn't cost anything to leave it. And you could then at least give it a try, lock in the 30% rate. If I look through the claims guide, I just want to show you real quick on page 7. You can see, for example, all of the ways that the Microplex MVP, which is the whole food multivitamin in the supplement system, you can see all of the ways that Health Canada already approves it. I just want to read off a couple of those for you because they're pretty cool. Maintains healthy immune function and proper muscle function. Supports healthy teeth and gums. Supports wound healing and normal growth and development. Helps metabolize carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Aids the body to form red blood cells and supports their proper function. So that's where your energy comes from. Helps in the function of the thyroid gland. Helps for healthy glucose metabolism. Helps to maintain eyesight, night vision, and healthy skin. I know one of the things that my team loves about LLV is the amazing, beautiful nails and skin and hair that they have after about a month of using it. So, to be continued, Health Canada is going through and reviewing all of the ingredients and what health claims will be attached to this. You'll likely see this come through in September in the Canadian warehouse. Okay. The other announcement was that we now have Canadian Class in a Box. So this should be coming again mid-month. They're just in the process of recording the DVD for Class in a Box with all of the amazing ways we can share oils in Canada. They're updating all of that. They're also going to have a French version happening end of September. So look for this in your back office. For anybody brand new to this business, we recommend getting at least one of these Class in a Boxes for your first class. So you can learn how to share the oils in a really easy way with people. Mom to Jade just asked where she can find all these handouts. Head to doTERRAtools.com and click on Canada. You'll find all the Canadian information there. Okay, I just wanted to let you know about a few other things that were announced. So there's a couple of supply stores within Canada where you can get all of your resource books. Like our favorite book on our team is the Essential Life book. Sampling vials, those little, I don't know if I have any on my desk right now. No, I don't. Those little quarter dram vials that you can use to share the oils with people. Here are 2 stores you'll want to make note of. You can follow them on Facebook. The first is My Essential Business. They've been open in Canada for at least a year now. And Aroma Tools has just come to Canada. So you can, they haven't even opened yet. They're going to open in the next week, I think. So you can follow them on Facebook if you want to get updates on that. Let me just see. Okay, in terms of Facebook groups, the one group you'll want to make sure you're liking is doTERRA Canada. This is where you're going to see a lot of the updates happening, as they come. So if you're looking to stay informed, I would like the doTERRA Canada page just so you can see, information as it's released. The last thing I'm going to mention is just some events that were announced. I'm super excited that we'll be hosting doTERRA in London end of August. We're aiming for about 1,000 people at that event, and these summits are brand new for doTERRA. They're called the Wellness Prosperity Summits. They will be a focus in these locations on 2 days of content. Focus on the product, obviously. The majority of the people in doTERRA are not doing this as a business. They just love their oils. They order them every month, and they love learning more about them and the research behind them. So there will be the product focus, and then there'll be a whole day of business training. So if you're in Edmonton or Vancouver or London, Ontario, then write those dates down. Those will be up. If you go to doTERRA.com, you can click on the Wellness Prosperity section, and there'll be information on how to register. I don't know if the Canadian events are up yet. So just stay tuned for those. And then convention. Every year, doTERRA has an annual convention in the fall, September, in Utah. It is a must go. It is phenomenal. There will be 35,000 people there this year. And to be honest with you, when I first started using doTERRA, I loved the oils a lot. I started having some classes. I wasn't sure that I wanted to get involved in the business. And when I went to convention, my biggest takeaway from that was, what am I worried about? Essential oils are an incredible product, and doTERRA was doing work that was so much bigger than what I realized. It really opened my eyes to all of the just what a blessing these oils are around the world, and I wanted to be a part of it. You know, a lot of you know me from years ago, and I've always been very passionate about natural health and sharing ways that you can live a natural lifestyle. And I made the decision when I was at their convention that I needed to be a part of this, that I wanted to be able to create opportunities for other people to not only thrive in their health, but to have access to a business opportunity if they wanted it. I really wanted to create that space, and I'm just so proud of the growth and the community that we have to help anchor people into making those kind of changes. That was 2 years ago, Mom to Jade. I went 2 years ago. So I've been to 2 conventions now, completely changed my outlook and my perception of this movement. It's massive. So you got to go. The date, I think it's September 14th to the 17th. There's the website. If you can honestly only attend one event this year, I would make it that. And I've heard it said before, you know, if your favorite band was coming into town and you needed to get a sitter for it, and you wanted to go to that concert, you wanted to be there so bad, wouldn't you do it? You know, I think the reason that people don't look at convention as that same kind of thing is they just don't know the value and how much it's going to change their life. And for those of you that were at the Canadian launch, you got a snippet of what convention's like. So if you liked the launch and all of the energy and the information and the research shared there, convention is going to blow you away. The last thing I wanted to mention in terms of events, every year doTERRA does a trip, an incentive trip. It's in January this year. Awesome, Sarah. That's great. This year it's in Mexico, in Cancun, and they've actually just added on a whole day for Canadian strategy. So if you are going on that trip, you'll want to make note of that. That's going to be really cool. Okay, so I want to wrap up the information I'm sharing in this way. One of the other cool announcements that was made is that we are now free to talk about the business, and we are free to talk about the oils on our static websites. In the US right now, they've had to go through a certification process in order to do this. In Canada, you don't need to do that. You can now start talking about the oils and showing the bottles and talking about the business and the ways that you share the oils and your personal story on your static websites if you have one. Super cool. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. I don't know if you've ever been on my website. Yes, Keely, crash our Mexico day. Absolutely. This is really exciting, you guys. If you've ever been to my website, I was building a lot of my business online before doTERRA, and I had to really, take it down a notch and build in the same way I wanted to be able to teach my team to build, shoulder to shoulder, doing a lot of classes. On my website, I had it very generic. I love essential oils. This was my story, but people didn't know what brand I was using or how to get their hands on them, or that there was even this incredible business opportunity that has changed thousands of people's lives in a short amount of time in Canada. I couldn't talk about any of it. None of us could, and now we can. So if you want, I'm going to wrap up with a short to-do list for you guys of action items. But I emailed my account manager this morning just to get some clarification. So you absolutely can share your experiences, essential oil education online through social media. Yeah, Robin, go for it. And your website. And again, just be mindful that you're not sharing outside of the Canadian approved claims list. So again, print this, keep it on your desk. Whenever you're going to talk about an oil, take a look there first. You can use doTERRA trademarks, trade dress, images, links to your replicated site. All that can be done now on your website and on social media. So you'll want to plan some time to update those. And then if you're going to be selling the oils through your website, you're welcome to do so, but you can't extend your wholesale discount, obviously. So they've made a recommendation that you are selling at least at 10% above wholesale. I mean, honestly, like the majority, like I'm talking over 3 million people buy through a wholesale membership because it's so easy. It's just like Costco. You're not locked into something every month. You can shop whenever you want. Keely, you can come live with us. I know. Everyone wants to move to Canada and the election hasn't even happened yet. So this is really cool. Okay. Where do I want to wrap up? Let me just show you a quick to-do list. So with all this info I've just shared, I want to summarize for our team what I would be doing if I was you building this business. So number one, I would be updating all of your online links to the new Canadian content. So take some time this week to go through. We've had heavy restrictions on us, so that's lifted now. So make sure you're going through and updating the information for your teams. Because we're still kind of in this phase of there's going to be all the stuff launching June 15th. Like I'm teaching a class tonight in London for a new builder on our team. And I'm only printing off enough copies for this class tonight. I'm not going to go hog wild and start printing things, hundreds of them, because things are going to change in the next few weeks. So print enough that you need just for your classes. And also make sure you take a look through the claims guide and think about how you can start presenting the oils at your classes in a new way. Often we are presenting the top 10 oils at classes, right? So what I would suggest you do is stick to doing that still. What you'll notice though, when I went through this claims guide, the top 10 oils, oddly enough, are not yet recognized by Health Canada with the medicinal claims. So in your classes, you can share more of your honest experiences now, knowing it's coming. But I would maybe pull out a handful of oils that you might want to start talking about differently, like bergamot, right? Or clary sage is another one that has a ton of approved health claims attached to it. So, just to really demonstrate for people that oils are way more than just beautiful smelling compounds, So you want to have some of those oils that you can really go deeper on. Okay, so June 15th, mark it in your calendars. That's when you can probably expect to see a lot more of the items updated in the back office and Canadian enrollment kits ready to rock. Schedule those dates for those events I just reviewed in your calendar. If you can make them happen, they'll change your life. I promise. And I would be planning time to update your static website. So if you don't have a website, this might be the summer for you to start branding yourself. Book yourself a photo shoot maybe. Think about the person you're looking to start reaching. Maybe you start up that blog and you start sharing your story more because you can now, okay? So that might be something creatively you work on over the summer. I know I will be. I'm excited to get out there and start sharing in a new way. And yeah, like Robin said, build that personal brand. Okay, so to wrap up, for our team, for the Whole Fit team, I want to announce an exciting promo to get you out sharing. So I want you guys to take some time and look through the guide and plan your posts, plan the new way of sharing in Canada. So I have a promo I'm going to run for the next 7 weeks called Share the Oil Love, eh? And I'm going to be giving away 100 PV of product every single week to somebody. So what I'm going to do is start a thread every week. You'll see the dates will be there, so we're going to kick off on the 13th. What I want you to do is get out there and start sharing your heart. Share all the amazing ways you use the oils. Start sharing in the new awesome way we can. And then basically post a picture of your picture and your text, whatever you shared on social media, post it into the thread that I'm going to start every Monday, and I'm going to draw a winner every single week to win 100 volume in product. Okay? So I'm going to end there. I'm going to come back to the Zoom room, but this is an incredible time. You can see a picture of some of my team here with me. This has been the most unbelievable, fulfilling journey for the last 2 years building this business and being able to link arms with so many of you and share the oils and really offer this opportunity to so many people, but with so many limitations in place. What we've done in 2 years is unbelievable, and I can't even imagine what's going to happen now. So I'm going to just drop the mic right there. You know what, you guys? Honestly, let me just come back to Periscope too. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys were able to come on. I just want to let you know, if I was brand new building my business, when I first came across these oils, whoops. Oh, I think I just lost Periscope. Sorry, guys. When I first started building my business, we had a lot of limitations in place. If I was just starting right now, or if I had my kit of oils and I've been holding back and I haven't been sure if I wanted to build this business, I would be looking at this right now as the opportunity of a lifetime. I honestly have, I just don't have the energy to do it. It has been a busy 2 years. And if I was brand new and seriously feeling that pull to want to share in this way and truly build a business and a life that just feels incredible, it would be right now. I would put a lot aside to build this business right now, because you are completely unlimited. And what you will do here with this opportunity, I mean, doTERRA is really cute. They give you these oils. They're powerful, but doTERRA is a very humble company. And it's like they're handing you these bottles and they're saying to you, go show us what you've got. Go show us what kind of life you're going to create for yourself and your family, and how you're going to impact thousands of others on your journey. One of the things I shared on during my talk on the weekend was the power of one share. The power of sharing these oils with one person. The girl who enrolled me lives in Utah. She connected with me for 6 months before I even enrolled. And had she not done that, there are 15,000 people that potentially would have been affected by that would have never heard about essential oils, or at least not through me. And, when I truly realized that these oils and this business opportunity presented something so unique for people, and at least gave them the option to choose. There are a lot of people who won't follow their hearts here, who won't build this business because they have fear of what people will think. They will get blocked in ways that hold them back from building the kind of life they deserve to have. They will be blocked. There are a lot of people who will be. But what I want you to realize is these opportunities only come around a few times in your life. There will not really be a time like there is right now again, especially if you live in Canada. And if you decide not to do this, someone else will. Someone else will come in and will see this golden opportunity. And a few years from now, you might look at that person and have a lot of angst, because you'll realize that you were actually handed this on a platter and were given the chance to really change not only your life, but thousands of others, and you didn't take it. And I don't want that for anyone on my team. I think if my story is an example of anything, it's an example of someone who decided not to care what people thought, and decided to think bigger and to create something that didn't exist. And to do it in my own way, and to really teach people that you can build this business in complete alignment with who you are. You don't need to do it through in the way that anyone else has done this. This is for you. This opportunity is for anyone who wants to take it. And so that's what I want to do. I want to speak to your heart, and I want you to know that the time is now. The gates are open. We are open in Canada. So go get it. All right. Let me come off of the screen share. I think I saw a lot of questions being asked. I'm going to take 10 minutes of questions before I have to go get my kids. Yeah. Go Canada. All right. I can see both screens up on my screen. Any questions about the Canadian launch, content, product, how to share? I see a lot of conversations have been happening on Zoom with my team. So let me just scroll through here and see if any of them weren't addressed yet. Okay, can a 14-year-old attend the business part of the summit? Totally. Let's get our new entrepreneurs thinking. Our early adopters, as we call them, right? Okay, where did I see that one question? Does that mean as of the 15th, we can enroll people through Canada instead of the US? Absolutely. So I don't know how many of you have classes happening in the next week and a half or whatever, but rock them out as you always have. And I would be filling my calendar with classes for the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of June. I would be connecting with people that you know have been waiting for the Canadian launch. I have a lot of them. I don't know about you guys. There's a lot of people over the last few years that have been telling me, yeah, I just want to wait till, it's in Canadian. A lot of people focused on that. I didn't focus on it ever, really, when I was marketing the oils, or personally, it didn't bother me as much, but there are a lot of people waiting. So yes, as of the 15th, don't hold me to that date. That's what doTERRA has said. It's likely right around the 15th. Marcy asked, would we have to purchase 100 PV in both markets to qualify for the business, or can we combine the two? You can combine the two. If you like, you can order 50 volume from the US and 50 volume from the Canadian warehouse and be set up to do the business. For those of you that don't know, on Periscope, to do the business in doTERRA, you place a 100 volume personal order every month. It is actually the lowest cost in network marketing to do the business. Most other companies, it's around $200 to $300 a month. So to confirm, doTERRA is the only company that oils are recognized as natural health products in Canada. No, there are a few other companies who likely have their oils that have been approved by Health Canada. I believe doTERRA has the most essential oils that have been approved, and a lot more to come. So eventually, will more oils have health claims, like peppermint, for example? Yes. Yeah, so like Young Living has some essential oils that have been approved by Health Canada. They don't, I think they have 19. Yeah, so Marcy said I spoke to a Young Living rep who said they have approved oils. Yes, so there are some other companies that do. And do you think the LLV supplements are listed in the approved claims list already, or just to avoid reprinting when it is approved? They will keep updating the approved claims list as Health Canada approves, so it would be best, they'll let us know, but you might want to just get in the habit of checking doTERRAtools.com and printing that every couple of months. There'll probably be new things being added as they come through. A lot of French translations are coming in September. There are usage guides, though. If you like giving out those intro to oils usage guides, those are available in French right now from My Essential Business. Okay. Good questions. Carrie just asked on Periscope, is everything you spoke about on the site? Yes. Everything I just spoke about is on doTERRAtools.com. What about a link to a back office from a website? Yes, you can do that in Canada. And I have a class tonight. Can I finally openly share my real experience? You betcha. Yay, Sue. Yeah, so again, yes. Can you enroll in Canada for a wholesome membership for $35? Okay, I know I did mention that already. It's $42 Canadian. Alex said that was her biggest takeaway this weekend, that she can align her business with her beliefs. An incredible way to end the call. Awesome. That is it, you guys, honestly. You build this the way you know you're meant to. Best places to hold classes? In your home. Get in the flow for your first month of your business, teaching once a week or more, and then line up people to host you. That is the foolproof formula for getting your business up and running, is you host the classes for your first month, and then you'll have a lot of people who through those classes will want to host you. Canadian class in a box link isn't working yet. Okay, that's, likely, just because it's not fully launched yet. So that will be once it's in the back office. When Carly said, when you say you can share the biz online, what would that look like? Sample post idea? So I have a whole business opportunity document on Google. I know you guys have seen it. That's me talking about the business in an offline way. Now I'm going to basically take all that info and put it on my website. So this is, you can talk about earnings. You can talk about, we did a call last night. We actually had several couples on the call who are, the conversation was around how to get men more involved in the business, but I posted that recording this morning, and I shared at the end of that call a lot of the financial reasons people are looking at doTERRA, and that kind of speaks more of the language for a lot of men. So info like that is what you'd want to share. What the average earnings are in doTERRA, why people might want to look at doTERRA as a business opportunity, because we haven't been able to talk about it up till now. So, and then your story is powerful. So what drew you to want to start doing the business? What took you from oil user to wanting to build a business doing this? I think sharing your story is what's going to really connect people through your website. Yes, I will post the slides from this to our business page, and I'll post the recording of this online, and I'll include the slide deck there too. Okay, some of these are duplicates. doTERRA doesn't test on animals, right? No, that's right. Can we still refer to the product descriptions in our classes? Yes. Any word on when Deep Blue Rub will be available in Canada? Many people asking, likely in the fall. That was one of those products that they showed that they're looking at for the fall. And then Jen Best asked about prices for the enrollment kits. Just hop back in and watch the recording, Jen. I went through enrollment kits and their prices. So we have 4 enrollment kits in Canada. Okay, so those are the questions from Zoom. I just wanted to make sure I address those first. Anything else? 2 minutes. Anyone on Periscope have a question? Any other thoughts from the Zoom group? If you'd like to talk on Zoom, just unmute yourself. Yay, Trish. What are you most excited about, Trish? Trish said she loved this. So motivating. What are you guys most excited to do? What's the first thing you're going to do this week? I'm like so pumped for you guys. If I was a brand new builder, I would be salivating right now. Like literally. This is so good. How am I suggesting Canadians enroll before the 15th? Business as usual. So you just, you can either let them know they can enroll the week after from the Canadian warehouse, most likely. But it's pretty much a wash at this point. The dollar's getting better. So I wouldn't refrain, because they can set up their LRP through the Canadian warehouse. Really funny. So Tracy Lyman, who's a Blue Diamond, she just said she's going to now find her new Canadian builder. There's going to be a lot of people in the US, I suspect, getting really excited to build in Canada. So Canadians, get on it. I know Kyle Kirschbaum, who's a presidential diamond above me, I was joking with him the other day, but while he was here for our Canadian event, he was building his business. They know this is hot. This is hot. You guys, totally time to start getting out there and sharing for sure. All right, you guys, we're going to close out there. Thanks for joining. I'll get the recorded downloaded so you guys can watch if you hopped in a little bit later. Please share with your teams. The reason I did this call was so that you could have something uniform with all the updates in one place. Hopefully I've answered all of your questions. And go ahead and post it out to your teams and get out there and watch for that promo on Monday. Obviously, this team promo I'm running is going to give you guys lots of ideas, because you'll see our team sharing the new way to share in Canada. So it'll give you lots of ideas for you to get out there and start sharing. Time to be visible. Fire up that Instagram, get Periscope going, think about starting that blog, work on your story, practice how you talk about why you're using the oils and what led you to the business. This is what you want to make sure you're building time to do. Because you're going to start, you're going to start seeing a lot of people doing this, and you're going to have that feeling of like, I didn't do that yet. I've got to get my website up. Why aren't I telling people that they can use bergamot for their cough? Like, you're going to see this happening, okay? So let it be you. Like I said, about 70,000 people are going to join doTERRA in the next 1 to 2 years. Is it going to be with you? When you think about what it may take for you to build a diamond business in doTERRA, to be a diamond leader in doTERRA, to retire your husband from his job and not worry about money, and just live a life where you bless people and serve people and love your life, you need to have 13 elites on your team. An elite leader has how much volume under them? 3,000. Where's my calculator? You want to build a really tight and lean diamond business in doTERRA? That math works out to, you could actually build to diamond rank in doTERRA with just 40,000 volume under you. That's not you doing it all. That's you linking arms with 13 people who build a business like that. That means that you have an incredible opportunity right now to build something, knowing the numbers that are going to be coming in. Mary, no, those aren't personally enrolled elites. That's basically to build out diamond. You have 4 silver leaders, and each of your silver leaders has 3 elites. So it's actually 12, not 13. My math's off. So you actually could build a diamond in 36,000 volume. Thanks, Tracy. I love you, babe. So cool to have you on. Yes, totally achievable. One thing I want to mention, I shared this last night when we did a call with the boys of doTERRA. In most other network marketing companies, it takes an average of 8 years before they tip into a 6-figure income. That's platinum rank in doTERRA, the rank before diamond. And to be a platinum ranked leader in doTERRA, you have 3 silvers. Okay, so you have 9 elites. We have people on our team who hit elite rank in 1 class. So the key is, you look at this and you really start honoring this as a business and you realize there's nothing holding you back anymore. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. This isn't for everybody, but I believe this is here for a lot of you who are here. You've been doing a lot without being able to do a lot. So there's no reason why we can't totally crush it. Okay, let's go. I want all of you to hop off this call right now and get your buttons on Instagram and share something super cool and edgy and fun. A new way to use an oil. Get your claims guide. Tag me. I want to see your posts. And then watch for that post on Monday. I want to have at least 37 tags on Instagram in the next hour. Okay? No problem. Okay. Love y'all. We'll talk to you soon.